Hey there guys, my name's Kody, I have schizophrenia, and I realized while I was making a list of topics that I should talk about on this channel, a good one to start with might be, what is schizophrenia? I probably should have made this video before I hit over 100,000 followers, but I figured it was better now than never, so I just wanted to make a short video kind of explaining what schizophrenia is, talk a little bit about my personal experience with it, and what some of the symptoms look like. So let's go ahead and get started. So there are a lot of different definitions that you could look up of what schizophrenia is, but essentially it is a mental illness that can affect a person's thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It has symptoms like hallucinations, delusions, and paranoia. Schizophrenia used to be diagnosed into several different subtypes: paranoid schizophrenia, catatonic schizophrenia, disorganized schizophrenia, and my original diagnosis was undifferentiated schizophrenia, which essentially meant that I showed symptoms of every subtype. Now, they don't diagnose schizophrenia into individual types anymore. It's just diagnosed as more of a spectrum diagnosis instead of the different types. Schizophrenia affects roughly 1% of the United States population. There are also other diagnoses like schizotypical or schizoaffective disorder. If you've seen any of the videos of me and my mom, you know that schizoaffective disorder is what she is diagnosed with, and it's a combination of schizophrenia and a mood disorder like bipolar. You'll also hear the word psychosis come up a lot in conversations about schizophrenia or psychiatric disorders. Psychosis is actually a symptom of schizophrenia. It's one of the many, and so I've also talked about in a previous video the different subsets of schizophrenia symptoms. That would be positive symptoms, negative symptoms, and cognitive symptoms. And if you want to check out the video where I talk more about the symptom subtypes, the link is in the description of this video. But the important thing to know about schizophrenia is it does affect everyone differently. When I first started making content about schizophrenia, I got a lot of comments that would be like, my friend or family member has schizophrenia and they don't act like this, or stuff related to that where people would see how I act with my symptoms and assume that I couldn't have schizophrenia because that's not how they have known schizophrenia, through like a friend, family member, loved one, or if they're a caregiver for someone. And the important thing to remember is that everyone has different experiences with it. Not everyone even has visual hallucinations. So in my own experience, I have auditory and visual hallucinations, as well as experiences with paranoia and delusions. Now, thankfully, because of my medication, I don't really deal with paranoia and delusions a lot, but I still have breakthrough symptoms of visual and auditory hallucinations. And there are some people with schizophrenia who mostly deal with paranoia or mostly deal with delusion. And there are some people who don't experience many or any hallucinations. And so it's important to remember that it looks different depending on who you're talking to or who you're talking about. And this is also why I talk about medication being a very individualized experience as well, because no one has the same brain chemistry. So how we react to medication is going to be different person to person. When talking about hallucinations, it's important to note that some people experience different types of hallucinations that even I don't experience. So like I said, I experience visual and auditory hallucinations. But there are people who experience tactile hallucinations, which is hallucinations you can feel, and olfactory hallucinations, which is hallucinations you can smell. I do know that those are less common. Visual and auditory are the most common types of hallucinations that people with schizophrenia will deal with, but it's important to acknowledge that, like I said earlier, not everyone with schizophrenia even has hallucinations. According to the National Institute of Health, roughly 70% of people with schizophrenia have hallucinations. Now, those people likely still have the other symptoms: paranoia, delusions, episodes of psychosis, stuff like that, but not everyone will experience hallucinations of any type. And so when I started making videos about schizophrenia, I could tell through my comments that people didn't really understand the illness, and even me, as I continue to make videos and learn more about my own illness, I learned a lot that I didn't know. And in talking with other schizophrenia content creators and other schizophrenia patients, I learned how different all of our experiences are, even though we have parts of our experience that we can relate to and that we're able to understand better than a person without schizophrenia. There's still so much in our daily lives or in our experiences with our symptoms or our treatment are very different. And so I wanted to come on here and just make this video quick to let you guys know a little bit about what schizophrenia is. There are a ton of amazing resources online, including NAMI.org and hopeforschizophrenia.com. And I'll link some other resources in the description of this video. But thank you guys so much for watching this. I'm gonna try to be very interactive in the comment section of this video because I know a lot of people have questions about schizophrenia and the diagnosis and how people live with it day to day. So let me know down in the comments if you have any questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, my name's Kody. Don't worry, I'm real. Take it easy, guys.